one of the things that we still do today, and this is probably me being paranoid coming from that environment, we didn't get alerts from the servers if a disk failed because it didn't really know. The ILOs and iDRACs were way too expensive for us to have at that point. So daily server room checks go around. Is there any flashing lights that shouldn't be flashing? And we still do that in our data centers today, and we still do that with some of our machines. We've actually got this philosophy in place now where if a machine is up for more than 30 days, it needs to be rebooted because we don't know if it's reboot safe. So we're starting to put uptime alarms in. Certainly on Windows. Linux is a bit different. But with Windows, when it hits a 30-day point, if we get an uptime alarm, it means that there's possibly a patching issue
Yeah.
with that. We should get an alarm from the patching system as well. So we go off and we check. But the other thing, we do something similar with Linux as well. We're trying to get all the Linux servers rebooted because generally with those we can patch them hot, but we still want to get them rebooted. Are they reboot safe? Because if we do lose power or a machine crashes, it's great having all that stuff there, but if it doesn't reboot, we've got a problem, and we may have a backup. But if that backup has inherited that corruption or that problem, we're in a bad place. So we do try to make sure that we've got
That
these servers rebooted on a fairly regular
that's actually
frequency.
very interesting. I never thought about that. About the fact that you need to reboot these systems and just make sure is the hardware and the OS and everything else good to go.
Absolutely. The other thing that we've done is we've actually turned uptime on its head. Now, in the old days, these uptime figures of 2 years, 3 years were put on the internet and it's look at my uptime. Now it's the other way around. It's like, there's an uptime of 45 days. Oh, look at my uptime. That's bad. We need to get this rebooted and check it is reboot safe. Trying to find reboot windows sometimes is a bit difficult. Even with all the resilience, it just takes systems down. But we do have some sort of bargaining going on with various teams where we do try and reboot these systems at least once a month just to make sure they are reboot safe.
So help me understand that phrase. What do you mean when you say reboot safe?
So reboot safe is simply that if potentially a change can be made to a machine, that means a machine, when it reboots, is going to crash, or there's going to be a problem where it can't complete the boot, a corrupted bootloader, something like that. We've seen issues in the past where Microsoft Update has corrupted the bootloader, so when you go to reboot it, it doesn't restart properly. So we've actually got the term reboot safe, which just means I know if I have to reboot that server, I don't have to worry about it. It will come up, the operating system will start. All the services that need to start will start because we've had issues in the past where certain key services don't start. So we get a ticket. Can you please reboot this machine? Sure, yeah, reboot it. You walk off, you think it's done, but the services don't start. Now, the alerting will alert on that, but in the meantime, you're potentially still down for a bit longer than you need to be. So we do these tests where we just want to make sure all the services that need to start actually start, and it comes up completely clean and working exactly how it should.